A historic battle is coming to an end. Who's going to come out on top between Turbo and Uri? The 5 red lights come on for one last time this season in Japan. It's time to bring the action. Look at the wheel spin for the McLaren. The Aston gets out of shape as well. He's in the middle of the track right there. But now Turbo gets followed by the RB into turn 1. That RB cuts off Ardell. Neski and Invader going side by side. Crash at the back. That's Valkyrie. Aston's going spinning in the back as well. That's Circo. He's facing the wrong way. Invade's going out very wide. That's going to put him vulnerable to Neski and Polish Hammer. But Turbo leads the race by 4/10. He needs to stay out there. Uri has gone up to a great start. Up 4 places, now make it 5. He's kind of having trouble, though, getting through on the Sabra and the Alpine. And I've just been made aware that our championship contender apparently does have damage. He does. On the left end plate. Looks like, just like Brazil, it might be a long night once again for Uri. Optical, who runs inside the top 10, has lagged out. Optical, trouble for him. That will be a big later toward this race. Turbo's being passed not just by 1, but by 2 to 130R. Side by side, he's off the road. Invade almost went off the road into the wall. Turbo, currently, with that being said, by being overtaken, is losing the championship by only half a point. Here comes Ardell, being challenged by Alex Norris, 3 abreast on the main straight. Now, we're going to take turns by doing this. Ardell's going to be ghosted inside of Invade, and he's going to lose out because of it. Ardell may have just been disconnected from the session from the lead, and he has. That's our second disconnect from the top 10, but more crucially, it's from the lead. Neski also going for it, having a go. Nice little scrap with the Haas. The leader picked up a penalty. That's Invade in the Casio triangle, costing himself. So the help that Valkyrie did may be irrelevant now. Turbo cannot overtake for the lead, and as the clouds get darker, this battle could get darker as well. Here's the Alpine trying to defend. Is he going to defend for any longer? No, he's not. Uri is clear for 5th. It might just be good enough with Zora getting out of the way. With that being said, because look at this. Uri is in the DRS train. The last thing Zora can do is give the Aston DRS. He can't be doing that if Uri can win the title. Look at this. Leon Miner, 10-second penalty. He wants to win this race on track. He'll get it on penalties. But right now, it's all happening for 3rd. Zora sets the fastest lap. The Aston gets DRS, but Uri goes through. Zora stole the fastest lap from his teammate. And you know what that's going to do? That's going to mean that Uri needs 3rd place on the last lap. Invade is going to go out with a bang and probably win this race on track. Turbo is going to get it based on penalties. He still wants to go for it nonetheless. Will he do it? Now becomes the question. We're going to have Invade cross first. Turbo get a victory, but will it be enough for the title? One last effort into what's going to be the Casio triangle. Big dive, big maneuver from the Aston. The Aston goes off. They're both off. The Aston gets a time penalty. On the last lap, the title goes to Uri for the first time. Shrews and Prema have one car both inside the top 5. Outside of it, Trat Racer and FBL, who shared the top 5 finishing positions at Saudi Arabia earlier in the year. Blue Goggy and Bourbon Boy. The final 2 spots in the grid, Shrews and Prema. That's all you're going to hear today. Shrews and Prema, your champion of Skither, not here. Here we go. Time to get underway for the finale of F2 Season 17. It is go, go, go! Griffiths off the line well. Valkyrie following and having to cover off Beatnik already. They go single file for the first 4 cars into turn 1. A little contact back there. That's Blue Goggy and Trat Racer, both with damage. Blue Goggy for Shrews. Big implications toward this championship. But Beatnik's going to take 2nd place already. 5/10 now the gap between Beatnik and Griffiths for the race lead. And diving down the inside, FBL goes on Titan. FBL getting the upper edge. He cuts right in front of Titan. That was close. And off the road in the background, that is Blue Goggy and Trat Racer. Blue Goggy taking the escape road. Trat Racer off the road. And Bourbon Boy now in Titan. 3 wide! Bourbon down the inside, gonna lock the brakes up and gonna get past Titan. Now gonna switch it back, and FBL can't do that this time. However, he has another opportunity down the straight, and FBL has picked up a penalty, meaning we have a race on our hands. Prema, net P5 with Bourbon, meaning the gap is now 1 point in the Constructors' Championship, and we've now got a safety car. Blue Goggy is missing his front wing. Griffiths past the pit lane, but now the rest can come in. Off the road there, that was Francie using the escape road for the second time in this race. Could be 2 warnings to his name, so likely facing a time penalty for track limits. Oh, off the road, Blue Goggy into the wall. And if things could not get worse for Shrews, it just has Francie and FBL now go side by side. Blue Goggy's hopes are really dashing down right here, and I don't know what is going on with Blue Goggy right here, but I think he's trying to DNF himself, and he now has. Question now becomes, will this bring out the safety car? I do not think it will. Griffiths has 1 previous start to his name this season. He had a podium in that previous start. In his second start, he's going to go 2 for 2. And how about winning again this season? The previous champion is back on top in RPL. Bourbon Boy crosses the line second. Prema, they are the champions of F2 for the 5th time. Shrews with that 60-point lead. That came flopping down, and it meant that Prema made the biggest comeback within a span of 3 races in RPL history. They are the champions. They can now say it once again.
And here we go for one final time in Season 15, Tier 2. The lights are kicking on. 5 red lights out of the drivers, and it is lights out, and away we go. Alex Norris on pole for the first time, trying to defend before turn 1. He'll be clear of the Aston. Completely clear of the Aston. The Ferrari of Penguin, side by side, wheel to wheel with Night Owl. And that is Night Owl prevailing ahead. Little contact there. Everyone keeping it clean, though, in the Sen F section. Very good start there from George, now trying to get up places. Now clearing new teammate for next season, Mintoki, Danny, JTK, little ding-dong battle there. Fusion didn't have a bad launch, but he's getting attacked there from the Aston. Lots of action throughout this entire field, but I think everybody's safe to say keeping it clean until that happened. Both Williams off. A collision with Timbet and Isha. We'll give you the tires now. Everybody stuck on the medium compound tire. No surprise there, based on what we said prior. Fusion around the outside here. Trouble further on back. But Fusion trying to go on the outside of JTK. Could not get it done. So he does the up and under. Maybe on 2. What a move we're looking at. Around the outside of Danny. He got JTK. That was good enough. Danny stole the fastest lap, and 3 abreast on the main straight. Lennon track racing it out with both Academy drivers from the Ferrari camp.
Contact
with Lennon, and yeah, that's the result of that. Alex Norris overtaken for the lead, and that's meaning Penguin is our 3rd different leader, while Night Owl sends one of the inside and gets the move done. So Alex Norris, in a span of 4 corners right there, went from 1st to 3rd. Here's Penguin moving from left to right once again, weaving and bobbing down the straight. Now gets cut off by the Aston of Night Owl. George is on the inside, needs the space, and is given the space, and Night Owl is just watching this happen behind contact. George gets cut off, and Penguin put the squeeze on him there, and George is losing places because of it. I feel like you got to make this move now. You know, he's just coming through the field, but his progress was being hindered. Lap car there at Cryptic gives Penguin DRS. Remember, Cryptic not in the session, not even supposed to be in this race, but Mintoki gets tagged. She goes spinning, and her chance of a victory is gone. And she spins again for good measure. Our leader under pressure. And now Danny and George almost come together. They do come together. Touching, clashing, banging into turn 3. Lero Fusion leads this race once more with 3 laps to go. He's trying to win his first Tier 2 race. Now that yellow flag was for Hyper. He's not going to get in the way, it looks like. But look at this, Penguin backing off, and he tried to play some games to make sure he was the one with DRS. He got tagged, and he's around. Lero Fusion's the leader of this race right now.
Incredible, 1 lap to go, presented by Lenovo.
And Night Owl, with a major send, goes through and leads the race. Unbelievable scenes. Night Owl is trying to win for a second time. Leo Fusion's not done. Turn 4 we approach. Left or right? Which way does he go? To the inside.
Almost 3
Side by
wide.
side. On the curb. Alex Norris needs third place. He's trying to pull with the penalty. Can't do it yet. Lennon and George in the background pinching there. Lot of pinching. Lennon in the grass. To the line we go. One last time. Night Owl is going to be a 2-time winner in RPL Tier 2 drag race. Lennon does beat George. Oh my days.
Wowzers. 28 1000s.
And
Alex
Alex
Norris on the
Norris
podium.
held on to get Haas back on the podium for the first time since Season 9 Tier 2 Vegas. 66 races ago. And Fusion is also on the podium for the first time. Give it up for those two. Tier 3 drivers in the past, Tier 2 podium sitters now for their respective teams.
There we go. The lights come on to finish off Season 7. It's lights out, and away we go. And it looks like Scyther gets a good lead over Cryptic as they head into turn number 1. Luke right into the behind. Here comes the Chiller ahead, and we have a spin around. That is Red Fire already around. Globetrotter falling backwards too. And Mercedes falling behind to Cryptic and Luke. They take the lead, the front two. Scyther and Reese are battling it out for third place, but Scyther stays ahead. Here comes the Chiller, trying to fight with Reese, trying to get past. They're wheel to wheel. They're bumping and banging as they head into turn number 6. And the Chiller trying his best to get himself up there, but can't do it. And looks like Jocko gets a little contact, and Blonde corner cut penalty. And that is not good. And Tadpole is around too. As we're back under green now. And Scyther gets ahead of Luke. And Luke has a problem. Bounces off the wall. Is way off the track. Well, one thing we did want to mention is that Luke did warn, saying that he is driving drunk. So he is pretty much drunk. So we thought maybe drunk Luke wouldn't be a problem, but I guess drunk Luke is not the way to go. But Wavy is looking to fight back. He's right in that slipstream. He's going to go for a shot on the outside against Pinarello. But Pinarello shuts the door on him on the exit. Pinarello stays in 12th place. Wavy's putting up a nice fight. Contact! There goes Pinarello. Oh no. Ads loses 6th place to Boba. Boba takes advantage on the inside and gets it done. Meanwhile, Wavy doing the exact same thing against Chaco. And Cryptic has spun out of the lead. Cryptic has crashed and spun out of the lead. That is not what Red Bull wants. Can he get past Reese? Here we go. We have a fight for the lead. He's going on the outside. We outside to the inside. And the Chiller takes the lead on lap 21 of 29 here in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Now that will put the points difference down to 5 points separated between the Chiller and Scyther right now. Now with only once the leads cross the line, 5 to go, and 1.8 seconds separates Scyther and the Chiller. Are we gonna get a climactic championship battle for the win to wrap up season 7? That'd be pretty nice. Oh no. Oh no. I think it all went south. The Chiller went off the track and he's lost the lead. The Chiller's mistake becomes his gain. The season 7 champion, Scyther, wins in Abu Dhabi. Reese comes in second, the Chiller third, and TB will close it off with 4th place. Cryptic will be in P5.